Hello everyone, and welcome to this quick tutorial on how to draw mountains for your game or your project. So first you'll see I'll grab a dark brown color and draw a silhouette. It doesn't have to be anything too fancy because once you've got the silhouette you can refine it a bit, change the spots that you don't like, make the curves into more jagged, natural, rocky surfaces. From there I will now find a lighter colour and hue shift towards yellow a bit, and then I'll colour in parts that I think should be touched by the light. This can be a bit of a longer process with just a bit of playing around, seeing what you think looks fine. You'll see at some points I will take bits away and because it just doesn't make a lot of sense. It might pay sometimes to have a couple of references of mountains in the background, something you can have a look at and just see just how the light affects mountains, and that might give you an idea of where to put your highlights. Now, as you can see, I've got nearly all of the parts that I think should be touched by light done, and now I don't really like that part to the left there. It's too clunky, there's just too much going on. It doesn't make much sense, so I'll redraw that part and simplify it and make it look a little bit better, like the light should be touching it. Now I'll just give it a sky, just to bring the colour out, and then I'll darken the shadows and just bring a little bit more contrast to the piece, and then I'll choose a lighter brown kind of in between the two, and then I'll start giving it a little bit more detail. So you will see me just find little cracks and places where I can kind of add a little bit of interest. It's also great for putting in shadows perhaps where there wouldn't be a lot of light hitting, but which wouldn't have the darkened side of the part that doesn't see light. It always pays to keep an eye on the thumbnail up the top right hand corner, just seeing how it looks at its actual size. Sometimes you can kind of lose where you are and not really pay attention to how it's actually looking. So I'm done there now, and I'm thinking about what I want to do next. One of the ideas I had was doing these highlights on top where the mountain actually gets hit, and you can do that if you wanted to, but what I ended up doing was scrapping that idea and decided to put snow up on top of the mountaintops instead. So I copied them over, copied the whole layer, and then started putting some the snow in. So I chose a lighter colour with a bit of yellow in it, and then start putting in a kind of line that I think should be where the snow hits. As you can see, I go towards points down and then go up towards where the upwards where the shadows are, and that kind of gives a bit of a depth, I guess. So you will see me fix up a couple of parts, and now I just continue to change all the colours over and get rid of the line where the shadows are. Now you could do the same thing on the other side at the bottom with greens if you wanted to, and add grasses. And just for a bit more contrast, I put a darker colour in to bring the mountains out a little bit more. Of course you could continue adding more and more detail to this if you wanted, but I'm happy with how that looks. I hope this was helpful. If it was, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, bye for now.